For years now, lost media has been a hot topic on the internet. Typically, people have their favorite pieces, typically well-known pieces like Hitogata, Clockman, or Metropolis. Still, there are many more pieces that, while not as well known, deserve not only equal time in the spotlight, but just as much chance to be found. These are those pieces. This is lesser-known lost media.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome to volume 56 of Lesser Known Lost Media. I'm your host, Mr. Sean, and what we do on this channel is we cover lesser known lost media that just doesn't get as much airtime on YouTube as the other more popular ones do on the multitude of lost media channels on this format. Now, how it works, if you're new, is that we start with four family-friendly, more or less, safe-for-work pieces of lost media. We take a brief ad break, and then we go ahead and do a final, spicier piece. So, now that you know how it works, let's get started. At number 1 today, we have a piece recommended by a longtime viewer and subscriber of the channel, Blue Baron 6858, and that is Ultraman Taiga, Lost 4Kids English dub, circa 2002 to 2003. So the Japanese show Ultraman Taiga did receive an English dub on the Fox Box from the 4Kids Entertainment that aired from September 14th, 2002 to March 8th of 2003. Now, there are 2 seasons of this show, and it is confirmed that both seasons were completely produced in dub. However, only the first season aired on the Fox Box, while supposedly the second season, the show in its entirety, actually, did air on a channel called Pogo in India. Now, we have all the episodes of Season 1 dub found easily. You can access them, not a problem. But as far as Season 2 goes, we only have the final episode. None of the other episodes are available. And also, the reason that we never got the second season on Fox is because the 4Kids series was not shown in lieu of having a subtitled, uncut Japanese version air in its stead. Now, I'm still not a big fan of subtitles to this day. I actually tried to watch Suicide Squad Isekai the other day, and apparently it's the Max version is sub only. I tried to watch it on Hulu. I wasn't a big fan of the show, so that plus the version of Hulu I have has the ads. I couldn't get into it. But yeah, I'm not a sub guy. I know, come at me, anime fans. But still, if you'd watched the entire first season dubbed, and then you sat down as a kid to watch the second season, and now you gotta read and everything sounds different. Yeah, I don't think that would be very popular. I'm not sure if the dub was already fully produced, why would they show the subtitled version? It's weird, and because of that, it's lost. So, there you go. Thank you, Blue Baron, for your suggestion. This one was actually a little harder to research, but I did find information on it, and I thank you for sharing it with the rest of us. Coming in at number 2, we have Alice in Wonderland, lost footage from fantasy film from 1949. Alice in Wonderland is a 1949 French-British film based on Lewis Carroll's fantasy novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. It was directed by Dallas Bauer and stars Carol Marsh as Alice, Stephen Murray as the live-action Lewis Carroll and voice of the Knave of Hearts, and Raymond Bussières as the live-action Tailor and voice of the Mad Hatter. The Wonderland characters are stop-motion puppets created by Lou Boonen. Now, the film has fallen into obscurity over the years due largely to the actions of Disney Studios. The company prevented it from being widely seen in the US as they did not want to compete with their own version of the story, which was being released around the same time. Disney's influence also had a negative impact on the film's preservation, as because of their pre-existing arrangement with Technicolor, it had to be shot in inferior and scope color, which deteriorated badly over time. To make things even more difficult, home video releases of the film vary in length, excluding some scenes while including others, and the order they are shown in is often switched around. Sudden jumps and cuts throughout indicate that there is missing footage. Indeed, in recent years, Lou Boonen's daughter was able to restore 12 minutes of footage to the film, giving it a runtime of 76 minutes, which has since been shown at various screening events. It is now in the collection of the Museum of Modern Art. There are plans by the company Thunderbeam to release this more complete version on Blu-ray and DVD, but so far nothing has come of them because of financial and other difficulties. It's also unclear if any more footage from the film is lost, although it has been rumored that it originally had a 90-minute running time. According to those who watched the televised film in the late 1950s and early 1960s, there were once additional scenes of Caucasus race animals chasing Alice, as well as there being more to the subplot of the Knave of Hearts stealing the Queen's tarts. Also, there was apparently a scene based on the one in the book where Alice is accused of stealing a sparrow's egg, which is now nowhere to be found. So if you're looking at the screen right now, the image that I've used for this one is an image of the Duchess's cook being called as a witness during the trial scene, as he was in the book. This image that we have, that we know is from this film, does not appear in any version of the film currently available to the public. So even if we have the restored copy, it's not actively available right now. So yes, this one is still lost media, whether we found the entire film or not. And I just think it's interesting that the reason this one fell into obscurity, I have nothing against the Disney Corporation. I do enjoy their work, but I am not always a big fan of their practice of trying to bring down the little guy, so to speak. You know, I believe creativity should not be, I don't believe it should be hampered for the sake of another one's profits, and that instead, if one makes something that is necessarily, you know, a threat to yours, well, you just have to do one better. But, you know, that's why Disney is a multi-billion-dollar company, and I'm not even monetized yet, so, you know, take that for what you will. But this one's very interesting to me. At number 3, we have Cascade, lost build of cancelled Xbox 360 massive multiplayer online game circa 2000 to 2007. Cascade is a cancelled fantasy massively multiplayer online game by Rare Limited that was in development for the Xbox 360. After Perfect Dark Zero, Mark Edmonds and Chris Tilston used elements from a Perfect Dark prototype called Quest that started development in 2000. According to Yetin Grechevsky from Pure Rarity, the game went through several variations in names during its production. Work on Cascade has been salvaged from other Rare Limited projects, including the networking code used in Conquer, Live and Reloaded, and Perfect Dark Zero. However, no completed project ever came from the work. In 2007, the game was cancelled when the team decided to work on a port for GoldenEye 007 for Xbox LA instead, which was finished but never released. As of 2023, only a test animation for one of the characters and some concept art of the game has resurfaced. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Momorpagas, but to be fair, Rare does have a good track record of making some pretty quality stuff, so I would have loved to have seen what their version would have been. Plus, I mean, as dated as some of these graphics look, it looks pretty cool, so I would have liked to have seen this game. I did have an Xbox 360. Maybe I would have gotten Xbox Pass if this would have been released. At number 4, we have the Blues Brothers Revival, lost recording of one-time Blues Brothers tribute musical 2004. So on April 7th of 2004, the Blues Brothers Revival, a musical tribute based on the Saturday Night Live sketch and soul revivalist group the Blues Brothers, was performed at the Chicago Center for the Performing Arts. It was a one-night-only event and was greeted with fairly negative reviews. It featured many songs from the original film and the already existing Blues Brothers albums. So the plot of the film has Joliet Jake Blues dead and in purgatory, with his brother Elwood, along with some choir singers, trying to get him into heaven. It features songs such as Sweet Home Chicago, She Caught the Katy, RESPECT, and Jailhouse Rock, along with a few others. As to the reception, well, the production was met with fairly negative reviews, with many outlets such as Variety stating a tawdry, loose, humorless, and generally half-baked effort, with a book so weird and water-thin it makes no compelling case whatsoever for its own existence. The Chicago Reader stated that Victor R. Pisano gives us only the barest fig leaf of a story. Jake, who's dead and burning in purgatory, is trying to get into heaven. Nothing about this Blues Brothers nostalgia concert, lightly sprinkled with references to the 1980s Blues Brothers movie, gives us a reason to care about it. So yeah, this musical was written by Victor R. Pisano, husband to Judith Belushi Pisano, former wife of John Belushi, the original actor for Jake Blues, and while it was performed, nothing out of the musical has ever surfaced. No videos, pictures, or even a script have been found. The only thing confirming its existence are a few reviews of the musical and an announcement by Playbill. So as much as this one just seems like it kinda sucked, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the original Blues Brothers movie. It's one of my favorite movies, and I mean, anything, if you're a fan of something, again, you want the good, you want the bad, you want it all. That's why lost media is important, not just to find the hidden gems, but just to find everything. We are in a culture where we believe that we have access to everything at all times. That's the beauty of the internet. If you want to know something, you can look it up. You want to see something, you can find it. But there are things that you can't. And that is what people looking for lost media hope to remedy. So yeah, if you're a fan of the Blues Brothers, good or bad, you'd probably at least like the chance to see this, or ignore it completely, but that choice should be yours. Alright guys, before we get to that final spicy piece, it's time for the ad break. So I want to give all of you, I want to thank all of you for listening to the channel, for helping us grow. We're still trying to get to 1,000. We're currently still trying to reach that benchmark of 900. We need roughly 140 more subscribers to get to 1,000, so this channel can become fully monetized. But I wanted to give you guys a challenge. So you've heard me talk about this before, that, I have a Patreon, you can become a channel member, and that I have tiers starting as low as $1. Well, here's what I want to pitch to you guys. I would like, by the time we get to 1,000 subscribers, I would like to have 100 people signed up as $1 a month subscribers, either here or on the Patreon. And to try and convince people to join up, I'm going to start, as of right now, there are going to be 2 milestone giveaway stretch goals that you can potentially be a winner in. So the first one, you can join either the $1 tier here on the channel or over on Patreon. But when we have, between the two of them, 100 $1 tier subscribers, we are going to do a giveaway. And that giveaway will be for one of my not safe for work miniatures. So how that giveaway works is when we reach 100 total paid subscribers to combine between the Patreon and the YouTube channel, I'm going to give away a miniature. Now, you will be able to get multiple entries into this giveaway. The stipulation is that at the time we reach our goal, you must be a current paid subscriber, and your amount of entries will be based on the amount of dollars you have contributed over the course of your membership as we try to reach this goal. So let's say it takes us 6 months to get this, and you're subscribed as a $1 subscriber, and you started this month, you would have 6 entries. Now, if you had decided at any point to upgrade to the $5 tier, you would then be entered in, you would be given 5 entries each month that you were a subscriber. So the idea is that, yeah, you can join up. Please feel free, join the $1 tier. You'll get an extra entry into the giveaway for each month that we're trying to reach the goal. And again, once we reach 100 paid subscribers, between the two, there will be a giveaway, and you will get a number of entries based on your lifetime dollar amount contribution to the channel. The second giveaway is for YouTube channel members exclusively. So YouTube has this weird thing where you cannot withdraw money that you've made until it reaches at least $100. So right now I'm sitting on like $7, I believe, in my YouTube amount that I can't do anything with. So when we reach the first $100 that I can remove, that I can withdraw from my YouTube channel, any person who is a current paid member on the YouTube channel will get that same kind of entry that we're doing for the other one. You will get a number of entries based on your lifetime contribution to the channel, and then, all those entries will be put in, and one will be randomly selected to receive one of my not safe for work miniatures. Again, if you don't want to participate in this, you do not feel the need, it is completely optional. But if you'd like to help this channel grow, help it succeed, help me succeed, it would be very much appreciated. And hey, you might win a mini for it. Again, we're also going to be doing a giveaway once we reach 900 subscribers, and then again when we reach 1,000. But yeah, guys, so thank you so much for listening, and thank you for your time, and let's get into that final spicy piece of lesser known lost media. So at number 5, we have Barely Proper, a lost Brad F. Grinter nudist film from 1975. So Barely Proper is a 1975 nudist film that was directed by Brad F. Grinter and produced by Barely Proper Productions, Inc. It starred Elmo Gideon, Heather Hughes, Jan Livingston, and Cindy Walker. The film was based on the 1931 stage play by the same title written by Tom Cushing. The synopsis of the film is that a pretty schoolteacher is a nudist and belongs to a nudist colony. She is brought up on charges of immorality before the local school board, and the advisability of letting her continue teaching is debated. Although many production details are unknown, most of them were revealed thanks to a serious exploitation post on the film. The film was shot in Florida, USA, and one of the main roles was played by the famous artist Elmo Gideon, who also created the film's poster. Brad F. Grinter directed the film, and he was himself a nudist in real life. The film was released theatrically on June 6, 1975 in the United States by distribution company Barely Proper Distribution Company Incorporated. According to other information, it was possibly distributed by Ambassador Film Distributors. It received an R rating by the Motion Picture Association of America, and the film received strong reactions from publications such as Variety, Miami Herald, Backstage, and the Tampa Tribune. Now, for a long time after this, nothing was known about the film, until in 2009, a user named Misanthropic666 posted a thread asking people to help them find the film. This post no longer exists, but its text can be found on the serious exploitation post previously mentioned. On March 31st of 2009, an anonymous user left a comment stating that he bought the original film prints from eBay and suggested that Grindhouse consider releasing it on DVD in the future, but as of March 2024, the film has not been released on home video. This one I think is interesting simply because of the ideas it explores about nudity, and is nudity inherently wrong? Is the naked human form inherently sexual? Again, I've not seen the film, it's lost, but just from the sound of it, it sounds like this is more or less about seeing a bunch of boobies on screen, and more about the idea as if there is anything inherently wrong with nudity, or has we as a society made it something to be shunned, to be disgraceful. Like I feel, and that's a personal viewpoint I have, is that, the only reason people are always trying to catch a glimpse of the nude form is because we've been told we shouldn't, that it's bad to do so. And I'm not talking, of course, about like anything explicitly sexual, such as like hardcore pornography, but more in just the naked human form in and of itself. I mean, back in a time when a woman could be burned as a witch for knowing how to do math, there were painters that publicly painted the naked human form, and nobody thought it was disgraceful. So, the views of nudity have changed over time, and I think it's interesting that there was a film in the 70s that was exploring particularly if nudity in and of itself was immoral, and if someone who spent their free time being naked was fit to be a teacher. So that's just an interesting, plot to a film. I can't state if the film would be any good or not, or if even that is what it would have explored, or if it was just a nudie flick. But I do want to believe that someone who was a nudist in real life would do more justice to this concept than that. But, either way, definitely interesting, and that's why it's on the list. And that's the episode, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this content, please be sure to give a like. Please be sure to leave a comment suggesting your own piece of obscure lost media. And, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are still trying to get that 1,000 subscribers. And as stated during the break, if you're so inclined, please do join the $1 tier, either here on the channel or over on Patreon. You can also leave a super thanks on this video, or even just, make a one-time PayPal donation, as well as checking out eBay or Mercari for my custom miniatures and collectibles. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Please go watch the others videos if you have not so far. There are 55 other volumes of this series, and until next time, I'm Mr. Sean, this is Chimera Miniatures. I post 3 videos a week and a new short every day, and I hope that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the show, we hope you'll stick around. Mr. Sean is here to entertain the crowd. We've got a bit of everything, 'cause everything's allowed. Chimera Miniatures is here to stay, we hope we make you proud. Welcome to the show, we hope you'll stick around. Mr. Sean is here to entertain the crowd. We've got a bit of everything, 'cause everything's allowed. Chimera Miniatures is here to stay, we hope we make you proud.